Hey, welcome to the PlyGem YouTube video on how to clean, finish, and paint the PlyGem Cellular PVC trim. It's a great product. Eric's showing you some of the different parts that are available. There's many things that you can do with PVC trim. The window we show here, we've already put the PVC trim up with the Cortex screws. So let's talk about the normal maintenance first. Anytime you have any kind of a product on a house, you may have to clean it once in a while. And it's very simple with PVC trim. It's just like vinyl siding. It requires a soft bristle brush or a nylon brush and just soap and water, and that's how you clean it. Let's talk a little bit of how to finish it. Eric's on the wall. He's already put the Cortex screws in, but let's talk about pneumatic nail gun. If you do have a nail, he's going to show it to you. The nail gun first is the first option. On the left side of this window, we put a nail in, and he's already put a little bit of putty on top of it. So you want to use a fill and flex or a putty that does not contain any wax. So we have an example there. Then Eric's going to show you simply sand it with a 320 grit sandpaper and just rub right over where he's put the nail over there. And that will smooth it out. And that's all you need to do. And that takes care of the screw application, of the nail application. The other option that we have on the other part of this sample is we use the Cortex screws. Eric's going to show you the screw first, and then I'll show you the cap. These are the only things you can use if you're going to screw it. They come in a box with both the caps and the screws. And the plugs. So what you want to do is you're going to put the screw in, then you pop the cap on top, and that covers it, and then you use a rubber mallet and you smooth it out. Now you cannot see it at all. It looks great. So now let's talk about painting it, because you may have to paint the top of the nailed section, or you may want to change the color of the PVC trim. It only comes in white when it's sold to you, so you may want to change the color later on or initially. The product does have a film on it, so it should be clean, but if you paint it later, you want to make sure that you clean it with soap and water. The only part that you have to paint is what we call our bead board if it's used in a ceiling. All the other parts you don't need to paint unless you want to change the color. But if you're using that bead board in the ceiling, we do require that panel to be painted. So again, if you want to paint it, the trim must be clean before you put the paint on. That is definitely important. Let's talk about how to paint it. The paint must be in a 100% acrylic formulated for vinyl. We've got an example here shown, and again, Sherwin-Williams is a good manufacturer that you can use that makes a good part to do that. You must follow the instructions also that the paint manufacturer has. It is critical when you pick the color to limit the dark shades on the trim for all paints. The applied paint must have an LRV of less than 55. Eric's showing you a sample here of an unpainted piece, and we did this piece with a roller. You can only use a roller or an airless sprayer to put the paint on, and they're not going to be real dark. They're going to be a little bit limited on the dark, but it shows very well. It's a smooth finish. Again, contact Sherwin-Williams for vinyl safe paint and the instructions that they give you. The paint, again, as we told you, can be applied by a roller or an airless paint system, and you can see how that will work on the house if you do need to paint it. So again, we've covered all the things to finish your PVC project around windows and doors. Hopefully that helps you out. Check out our other YouTube videos, and we appreciate you coming.